friends, Morah Alyssa here with a little cooking video for you. As we've been talking so much about Passover and I read the Matzah Ball Boy book, it put me in the mood to make my matzah balls. So I'll be ready for Passover in my house. So I thought you'd like to watch, and maybe if you have the ingredients at your house, you can give my recipe a try. So the first thing we need is some margarine. And parents, if you're watching, just so you know, this is my recipe. It's from my mom, and I doubled it for this video. Usually I triple it when I'm preparing a Seder and having lots of guests, but for this video, we're gonna double it, okay? So the first thing we need is 4 tablespoons of margarine. Now, I already went ahead and I put them in the bowl, and I already melted it in the microwave a little bit to make it easier for us. The next thing we're gonna add are 4 of these. What are these? You're right, they're eggs. Here we go. That's 1. 2. 3. And the last one, here's number 4. Okay. Before we add more ingredients, I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick since I have egg all over me. I'll be right back. All right, my hands are all nice and clean again, so we're ready to get back to cooking. The other thing I did when I washed my hands, to prepare for a later part of our recipe, I took a big measuring cup, you can use a bowl or a cup, and I filled it with water and ice, and I put it in my fridge, because it's gonna be important when we get to that step that we have nice cold ice water. So we'll get to that later. So I added the eggs and margarine, so we're gonna stir that up. And the next thing we're gonna add is matzah meal. So we're gonna add 1 cup of matzah meal. Here we go. Put a little extra. All right, and it goes. It makes such a powdery smoke when it comes out. All those crumbs. All right, and the next thing we need is 2 teaspoons of salt. So this is 1 teaspoon, so we're gonna use it twice. So there's 1, and 1 more. It's a little bit extra. Okay, and the other thing I add, I don't have an amount for this, but I always add lemon pepper to my matzah balls. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some in. And then we're gonna stir this up. I'm wondering, have any of you ever made matzo balls at your house before? I would love to hear about it. I wonder if all of you like eating matzo balls. I love them. All right, it's all nice and mixed up. So once it's all nicely blended, it's gonna look like this. Here we go. Then it's time for our last ingredient, which is cold water. So like I said, I put my measuring cup in the fridge with some ice cubes to keep it nice and cold until I was ready to use it. And I'm gonna add 4 tablespoons of ice cold water. And the more water you add, the heavier your matzah balls will be. So if you like them light and fluffy, you might want to add a little less. But this usually comes out pretty good for my family. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now I'm just going to stir it up again. It's pretty easy to make matzah balls at home. I can't wait to hear if any of you try this. Take lots of pictures if you do and send me pictures and videos, okay? I cannot wait to hear if you try more Alyssa's matzah balls at home. All right, so it's all mixed together and this is what it looks like. So now all we have to do is cover this with plastic wrap, and I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator for at least 20 minutes so it can get nice and cold and stick together more, and then I'll be back with another video when we put it in the boiling water. All right, I'll see you guys in 20 minutes. Hi again, we're back. My matzo ball mix has been in the fridge for over 20 minutes now, so let's uncover it. And it pretty much looks the same, it's just colder now. And while I was waiting for it, I started a pot of boiling water with some salt in it. So it's all ready for us. And all we're gonna do, make sure your hands are clean, and you can definitely help with this part. We're gonna take some mix, we're gonna roll them into little balls, and then mom or dad can drop it in the boiling water, okay? And the number one rule for myself with this part is to make them really small, because as they're cooking, they end up getting really, really big. And I always forget, and then I make giant, giant matzo balls, okay? So I'm gonna roll it like this, just like we do at school with Play-Doh. And I'm gonna roll that mix and make a little ball. And that's my first matzo ball. And I'm gonna drop it in the boiling water. And then I'm gonna make another one. Here's my next one. They don't have to be perfect circles. And you just drop it in. All right, here's another one. How many did I do so far? Does anyone remember? I see 1, 2, here's number 3. So I'm gonna keep doing this, and you guys can try this at home, and once you have all of your matzo balls into the boiling water, you're gonna cover your pot with a lid and cook it for about 45 minutes. So I'll see you guys then when these are all ready, and I'll let you know how they came out. Bye. Hi again, friends. My timer just beeped, so the matzo balls are ready. So let's turn off the heat. And let's open the pot and see how they look. Ooh, here's our matzo balls. So what I'm gonna do, I just take a big spoon and I put them onto a plate and I let them cool off. And the best thing about matzo balls is they freeze really well, so you can make them ahead of time before you're ready to use them. I'm gonna spoon them all onto a plate, I let them cool, and then I put them in a Ziploc bag, and you can stick it in the freezer with the date written on it so you remember when you made them, and then they'll be good for a while in there. Or in this case, they'll be good for our Passover Seder. So I hope you had fun watching me make my matzo balls, and I hope maybe some of you will try it at home. Let me know how it goes. Bye.